Hello, welcome to Wolf-N-Shorty Reviews. Today's not so much a review as a pre-op explanation. I have been, as you can tell, fairly overweight for most of my life. I did use Gastrectomy. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's the medicine that's blended. It has topiramate or Topamax and phentermine blended. It worked great for the 2.5 months I was on it. I also was on Nutrisystems and worked out. I lost weight, and then the food from Nutrisystems went to crap, and I quit losing weight, gained it back. 2 years ago, I believe it was, I went ahead and did the same medicine, phentermine and topiramate, but I did them separate and took them together. Same thing, it's just Gastrectomy costs about $112 with their discount. Originally, when I took it, it was $75 a month. So I figured I'd change it up, save some money. It actually only cost me about $23 a month for the two different medicines. Took them, and it worked wonderful. I got down to 230 pounds, and I felt great. Then the medicine started wearing off November of the year before last, so November of 2014, and the weight came right back, got back to 300 pounds. Decided it was time for a permanent change. My family had two of them had already gone through the vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. So it was offered to me. I refused for almost 2 years. Didn't want to do a permanent change for a temporary problem. And after the medicine quit working, I gained weight, I realized it's never going to change. The medicine suppressed my appetite. I was able to go probably 1,000, 1,200 calories a day, and I was fine. I never really wanted food, so I was able to maintain and control my eating. When the medicine stopped working, my constant hunger came back. And my understanding is, out of the stomach, you have the straight line from your esophagus into your stomach, and it's almost vertical straight down to where it leaves your stomach into your intestine. We have a lobe off to the side. That lobe, unfortunately, is what releases hormones to tell you you're hungry. I'm not sure if it's just being overweight, overeating so many times that the body constantly wanted to be full, so it kept saying, hey, you're hungry, eat. Being fat sucks. Whenever you are always hungry, you can't seem to... You get full, but then you'll get hungry again. If you see something on TV you want, or you think about certain foods, you get hungry. So it really sucks. It wears on you pretty quickly, and you gain weight. It's a struggle to lose weight because, unlike smoking or drinking alcohol, you don't need those every day to live. Those are all habits that when you break, then you can always try changing up to something better, but you don't have to do it to live. You have to eat. And when you're presented with the requirement to use what you're addicted to, which for me is food, it's easy to overindulge and eat too much just because it's available. You're able to do it, so it makes it easier to do it when you're not supposed to. So unfortunately, that meant I had to choose a different path. As much as I hated the idea of doing a surgery to lose weight, I've determined it's the only option I have that will actually correct my issue. So I've gone through the entire process. I actually quit smoking probably April 19th. I quit chewing and smoking within a few days. I've actually been using my vapor unit with nicotine. It works decently. If You're determined to quit smoking, this works. If you're not sure, it doesn't give you the same feeling, the same effect. So the nicotine doesn't work as effectively. And therefore you struggle with quitting smoking. I was able to quit. I went through the entire drawn out process, and it sucks. The hospital kept losing the records, not having things put in right, not giving me the right information, failing to call me back. I was about ready to just give up. Stuck to it, got through it, and technically since today's Thursday, this is almost 5:30 or a little after in the morning, I'm actually, by this time tomorrow, I will be in the hospital doing the pre-surgery paperwork. By 7:30, I should actually be in surgery, and hopefully by 9:30 be done. I'm working until 4 a.m. so that way I can go in, get it done, hopefully sleep most of the day, deal with whatever discomfort. So I know they're going to use air to inflate the stomach area to give them more room to work. And a lot of people that have laparoscopic operations or surgeries, there's a lot of pain up in the shoulders from the air bubbles and air getting up here to disperse, and the muscle is going to be torn. The surgery I'm going to go through is the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. It's not the bypass, or they call it Roux-en-Y. Instead of cutting my stomach, the esophagus where it goes down into the stomach, and connecting it below, they're going to actually take my stomach, they're going to leave a space about like this, where the esophagus goes straight in to the outport. I'm not sure what it's all called. And it's about the size of a banana. The rest of the lobe on the side for the stomach, they cut it, pull it out the stomach. They're out of the main incision in the stomach and the belly. They pull it out, get rid of it. You lose that hormone producing part, which means you shouldn't feel hunger. Some people do. But I wanted to give the update or start this off because I want people to know kind of how it goes and what it feels like. I'll use my computer at the hospital. I'll try to remember to turn it on and do a recording after I'm done with the surgery when I wake up, and if I'm thinking clearly. I'm sure there's going to be some pain management medication. I know they're going to give me my prescription for liquid painkillers, which I don't care to use, but they said to keep the pain at a 6 because there's, I guess, pain trying to deal with it causes stress. Stress causes the body not to heal as well. So I'm going to go through surgery. About 24 hours we'll be getting ready for it, and about 28 hours I should be done. My stomach capacity afterwards will be about 2 ounces. I can't eat anything solid for 2 weeks. Then I go to mechanically soft, which is tuna, canned chicken, stuff like that. And 3 to 4 weeks after, I should be back on normal food. I can't have a hamburger or steak for about 6 months. Might be able to change it a little bit. Depends on how I feel, how my body handles it. I can't do too much coffee, which irritates me. I love coffee. And I can't drink alcohol, which I like it once in a while. It's possible to do, it's just it doesn't have as much room to metabolize in the stomach, so it goes into your intestine quicker, and it will actually cause you to get more intoxicated a little quicker, because it absorbs into your intestine versus being dissolved and broken down in the stomach, which takes time and can actually, I guess, take some of the alcohol out of it before it goes into your system. So I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I know enough about intoxication that I can see where it will make me a cheap date. I probably won't post this until after I do the surgery because I need to get to bed so I can go to work. I'll link in a photo taken when Shorty decided to start doing her 21-day fix, and it's actually worked for her. The workouts were too extreme for me to do, but we did take pictures. That's about my highest so far for this year, and since I end up gaining my weight back, I have used my medicine again since I decided to quit smoking to prevent any weight gain, and I was at about 290 when I started when I quit smoking, and I've maintained that. So the medicine still somewhat works, just not greatly, and not enough to lose the weight. If I worked out again, I'd do better, but I quit working out when I pulled the muscle in my neck when I was on my last run of the actual medicine, Weight Watchers, and working out constantly. Couldn't work out for a while, so I quit. But this is just kind of a heads up. I'll post some videos on here, in hospital, after the hospital, kind of track my progress and let people see what exactly the vertical sleeve can do. Last week I was on a partial liquid diet. It was 2 protein shakes with 1 meal. I struggled a bit with it because, again, I had to eat, and I get hungry and I want to eat something. Thanksgiving I was supposed to start full liquid, but I actually waited until after Thanksgiving. So I waited till Friday instead of doing it Thursday, so I could have Thanksgiving dinner with the family. Overdid that a little bit, but not too bad. Since Friday I've been on all liquid. It's 3 protein shakes, which Premier Protein is actually pretty good. It has a good flavor. It's not chalky. I get chicken broth, Swanson's or whatever it's called, and we have it at Summer Fresh locally. It has a nice like roasted beef flavor versus a just basic brown beef water flavor that you get at Best Choice from Walmart. So I can get 2 of those, 3 protein shakes, 1 000 Greek yogurt, Dannon has those, and basically 2 boxes of sugar-free Jello. So I make it in 2 boxes at once, and I put it in either 3 containers for one of them, for one, basically half of it, 1 box, and another container for the rest of it. So actually I'm guessing I'm getting about 1 box per time. I get 2 to 3 Jellos, depends on how I mix it up and lay it out. It is a struggle. It sucks not being able to eat, especially trying to buy food, watching people eat leftover turkey and stuff. But it's worked out. I've managed to get through it. I've actually learned now I can space it out a little bit. I get up, I don't eat until I go to work, because I'm not hungry in the morning. It's once I eat, I start suffering from hunger. So I've done, wait till I go to work, have usually my 1 broth and Jello, and that usually satisfies me for a little while. So I'll wait on the protein shake for about 3 hours, drink the next protein shake. About 3 hours later I'll do yogurt and a protein shake, and then whenever I get home I'll usually do the other protein shake, the broth, and the other Jello. That gets me a full stomach before I go to bed. Since it's all liquid, it digests pretty easy, but it keeps me from having the stomach growling and the hunger pains from not eating for too long. So it's worked out. So I'll link in the picture, or I already have, depends on how I do the video. And that was before anything other than trying to eat slightly healthier to keep my weight down before a cruise. And that was about 290, 295 in that area. I've been watching the scale. I've dropped to 280, maybe a bit below now. My pants have gone from my belt going at the 10th notch, having 9 extra, always count when I put it on. So now I'm on the 11th notch, I have 10 extra. So I've lost about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, because I was struggling to get to 9 at times. When I got back from cruise, I almost couldn't get it to 8. It really sucked. But the cruise was fun. So this is kind of what I'm doing. I want to give you all a heads up, and I want to do something I don't ever do. When I go swimming, I wear a shirt. When I go hang out at somebody else's house, if I'm staying the night with them, I sleep in a shirt. Being a fat guy, I don't want people to see my moves, and I don't want them to look at my big ass stomach and think, oh my god, look at him. I've just never wanted to do it, so I always wore shirts. It sucks, and also that keeps you from getting sunburned, but I don't ever go anywhere without a shirt on. It's just who I am, it's just who I become, because I'm fat. So now I'm going to actually show you all what it looks like to be 280 pounds of 5'10 and 36 years old. Lots of years of too much eating. So, and as you can probably see, Boodalicious. After this, I'm going to have to switch it. My niece is called me Buddha, Uncle Buddha. I'm going to have to switch it, have a symbol that is the uncle formerly known as Buddha. A word for Prince. So, this is what being 300 pounds looks like. You got the breast, you got the stomach, which this side's higher than this one. It's usually a lot larger. This is actually the overhang. This is where I put my belt, so you see the line right across here, which is why it's harder to wear clothes. From the side, I mean, you can see this is what I'm dealing with every day. I'm carrying all of this everywhere I go, and it gets hard. You get skin tags. It's gonna be hard to see. There's a skin tag here. I mean, this is a lot of weight to carry. I've got to do something to change it. I'll have I'm thinking they have it just above the belly button, because you have your diaphragm here, your intestines are here, and your stomach and liver and all that's up here. So I think it's going to be probably one center for the stomach to come out of, two on the side, maybe two up here. I think maybe one or two up in this area. And that's where they do all their stuff, and they pull the stomach from probably right in here. So they'll stretch the muscle pretty good pulling that stomach out. But it'll be gone, and instead of having this look, I should be a lot thinner and get rid of this as I go. Because I do not like having that. That is hard to deal with. And that's why, unlike some fat guys, I always wear my pants up here, and I put my belt on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how you can tell how big you are. And this is what I'm doing every day. I actually have my stomach compressed. So I have stomach here, which is all fat, and then stomach here, it's all fat. And even in my back, it's overhanging. And this is not comfortable. It's hard to do. It wears into the stomach. So I will soon be changing that up. My cell phone out of pocket. I'll be getting rid of all this, and I'll be starting fresh. Hopefully it's not going to be too painful, but that's the price I have to pay for what I've done in my life. Too much eating. I'll deal with it. But I want people to see what they're dealing with and understand. Most of my family has hidden the fact they've done the surgery. They don't want people to know. I'm not afraid to tell people they need to understand that being fat is, I wouldn't say normal, but there's some reason why every fat person has decided to cling to food and always want to eat. It's a feeling of hunger, it's a feeling of comfort from it. It's mindless just munching on a bag of chips and not realizing you're getting to the bottom. And like everybody who smokes, drinks, or does drugs, you can make that excuse as to why you're doing it. It's, well, I just don't feel good, or it's been a bad day, or I'm hungry, even though you're not. Your body wants to think you are. Your mind will say, okay, let's do it. Making excuses are easy. Making excuses not to go through surgery to get cleaned up or get it cleared is easy. The money is a problem. Luckily, my mother is willing to cover the costs. She covered for her own and my sister's. It's an idea that I hate using. If you have insurance that covers it, it's about a year program to get through it, but it's worth it in the end. Why wait to start when you're determined to lose weight instead of starting whenever you have thought about it? Go through the process. That way when it's time, you're closer. Those who can lose weight just by working out, eating right, and changing the lifestyle, I applaud you. Good job. Most of us can't. We are so, I don't know, in the routine of following our stomach that you can't break that routine, you can't break that cycle or that habit or the addiction, usually without a lot of help. Medicine works, but if you don't change your entire lifestyle at the same time, it's going to fail. And the weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, it's unhealthy. It's actually worse than just being fat because you destroy your metabolism, which is what I've done from constant dieting, starving myself. Then you go and start gaining some weight because you eat too much. You're not metabolizing it. You're not processing the food because your body's trying to store it as fat, waiting for you to starve it again. So this is unhealthy. I don't have a lot of the health problems that big people have, but I do have some, and it's time to make the change. So this is the introductory video of what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, I'll be adding in after photos eventually at the end of this, or make a whole new one. I will do follow-up videos, hopefully with in the hospital, as well as for the next couple of weeks of all liquid. I'll show you kind of what my meal plan is once I get done. It's 2 ounces. It's a very small 2-ounce cup. You eat that, it's usually very soft. I think my sister was using the cream of wheat with some protein powder in it to flavor it. That's it. You eat that and that's a meal. And you can't drink for 30 minutes before a meal or 30 minutes after, so it takes up your space in your stomach. And you've got to chew your food to basically the consistency of applesauce, no matter what it is, to pack the most in you can to get your nutrients, because you have to be able to eat enough to live. But with a 2-ounce capacity, you're going to struggle. Water, and this is my biggest fear, is I don't drink water very often. I drink it at night. I don't drink soda. I drink coffee usually and water, and that's it. But I don't drink it until I feel like I need to drink it. And usually at the end of the day, I'll chug some water and I'm feeling fine. There's no way to do that. You don't have the capacity. You have to drink all day, constantly, just sipping the water throughout the day. That's going to be my biggest struggle. Just for those who are just now looking into it, most people can go back to work in 1 week after surgery. My job, since I wear a belt tight around my stomach to hold up my duty belt, and I may have to go hands-on with somebody and, physically active, I'm actually going to be off work for 2 weeks to let it heal up and get acclimated to it and get used to drinking that water. But I think it's going to be a good program. It's going to be something that's going to work. And I have 3.5 months to lose enough weight to go on my next cruise. It's a family cruise. I really want to be in good shape, fit into an airplane seat comfortably. I can fit in them now, but it's a struggle. It's kind of tight. I'm able to walk around Aruba, Bonaire, and Corso without feeling like I'm going to die or my feet are hurting or, just being miserable. So that's the goal. So I'll keep you all posted. I won't post this video until after surgery, maybe close to the end of the 2 weeks, because that way I've already got this process going. I want to be able to have people look at them and see a few videos in a row versus waiting and hoping to see what happens. I want those who look into it, here's what's going on. So stay tuned. If you like anything in this video, hit a like. If you have somebody you think needs to look into this surgery, go ahead and share it with them, or link it. Give them links so they can come into it, check it out. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on and how this program is working, subscribe. I'll keep the videos coming. Might start doing some more reviews pretty soon, but Amazon screwed us over on that one, so I'll have to see. And I'll still do some reviews on things I've do myself, such as my own homemade e-juice. This is a reused bottle. It's just watermelon, no nicotine. Utilizing this beauty, 1 gallon, got VG and PG, along with flavorings. I don't care much for this style, but we'll get more. And I'll go through some videos on how to make my own juice and all that, and add those eventually. But this will be dedicated just to the weight loss program and the process I go through, so keep tuned, or stay tuned, and see what happens. With any luck, in about 5-6 months, you'll be seeing a whole lot less of me. But this is Wolf. I'll talk to y'all later.